Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the Bitcoin price is entering just a small cool off in the short term as the MACD is now just seeing a bearish cross. But the recent price action just here in the Bitcoin chart actually gives us a brand new pattern that we could potentially take a look at. And on top of all of that, something very interesting right now is forming in the Bitcoin order books across all of these exchanges. So I'll be explaining all of that information and my next Bitcoin price targets later in the video. So definitely make sure you're watching all the way to the end so that you're not missing out on any of this important information. And just before we jump into it, if you could just leave a like on the video down below, and if you could subscribe to the channel if you're new, honestly, that means a lot to me and it helps out the channel so much. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight to what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Bitcoin US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame. And first of all, obviously, we broke out to the upside out of this falling wedge pattern, and then we reached the top of this RSI band just here, getting very close to overbought areas here on the 4-hour time frame. And I'll let you guys know in my last Bitcoin update video that I uploaded yesterday on the channel that right now we're actually following similar sort of patterns compared to where we were around a month ago. As you can see, we saw a breakout out of that falling wedge pattern. Then we entered pretty much a consolidation period just here for a few days while the RSI was actually towards the top of this band just here. And then what happened was when the RSI started to head to the downside a little bit more and we saw a bearish cross in the 4-hour chart on the MACD, that is when the bearish price action came into play for Bitcoin next. And so after we finished that pump to the upside and we started this consolidation area, the Bitcoin price entered a bit more of a bearish time over the next 6 days, approximately nearly the next 1 week pretty much. And in terms of the bearish price action to the downside, it was only about 5% if you're looking from back there. If you're looking from the complete top at that time down to the bottom, then that was around an 8% decline in the market. So of course, when I'm talking about bearish price action here, we're only on the 4-hour time frame, so I'm not saying there's going to be a major crash or anything, but we could just be in for a little bit more of a cool off here for Bitcoin. Now, obviously, what we saw last time was we actually saw that initial sideways consolidation and then one more push to the upside before the bearish price action came into play. So that can still play out as well. But just keep in mind that right now we have seen the bearish cross on the 4-hour MACD. And obviously the RSI is trending to the downside. So technically speaking, in the short term, that does not mean we are bullish. And technically it means we are looking slightly more bearish. But as I said yesterday here on the channel, I mostly expect sideways consolidation from around these prices just here. And that's pretty much exactly what has played out since yesterday. And something else that I explained in yesterday's Bitcoin update video, and honestly quite a lot here on the channel, but I'll mention it here again for the brand new viewers on the channel, bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from this high at around 53,000 down to that capitulation wick low at around 42.8k. As you can see, that gives us a golden pocket at roughly around 49,000 US dollars. And so while we are below the golden pocket, we cannot really flip too bullish just yet, because once again, as I've explained quite a lot here on the channel, the golden pocket is one of the most important levels because that's actually the level where we're most likely to see a reversal. Now, obviously at the time of filming this video, the Bitcoin price has not even made it to that golden pocket, at least just yet. And obviously we don't have to, but yeah, just once again, that $49,000 level up towards around 49,500, that is huge resistance for the Bitcoin price. And if we do break above 49,500 towards 50,000, then that would be amazing to see. Obviously that would be a very bullish sign, but of course we have not seen that just yet. So there's really no major reason to be overly bullish just yet, at least. Probably one of the main bullish signs that we are seeing at the moment in the market is the fact that right now we are potentially forming a bullish flag. For the beginners out there, a bullish flag is basically an intermediary pattern. So it usually forms in the middle of a trend. For example, if we're in a bullish trend and we enter some sort of consolidation, usually in a parallel channel trending to the downside, but it can also trend sideways and slightly to the upside. But basically any sort of consolidation range like this, after we've had a move to the upside, if we're breaking the top resistance line, that can potentially lead into a trend continuation, and we would expect a similar move to what we just performed in the market. So first of all, the support is coming in at around 47,000 US dollars, and the resistance right here is coming in at around 48,000 US dollars. But once again, I would love to see the Bitcoin price really break above around 49,500 US dollars to really confirm this break to the upside. Obviously, you could enter a small long position just here if we're breaking to the upside above that initial $48,000 resistance. And then if we get above the golden pocket, you could add more to the long position in that case. But anyway, getting into the technical price target for this bull flag, taking out the flagpole just here and bringing it over to the other side. As you can see, if we break out to the upside, that gives us a price target of around 51,400 US dollars. So from the point of the breakout just here So that price target, that is around a 7% gain. So obviously that would be a great trade to take if we do confirm a break to the upside, that is, because obviously while we are still in this pattern just here, we are simply waiting for a break of either resistance or support to confirm the next major move here in the markets. And also what's great to see is the fact that we're still kind of holding these previous levels of resistance as support for Bitcoin right here. As you can see, we found resistance multiple times back here. And also if you're extending this area further out in the chart, we actually found huge support for Bitcoin all the way back here. And then obviously we broke below it. Then it flipped into major resistance and also here with that wick as well. And one last time before we saw a break to the upside. And now we are flipping that into support. So if we can remain above this range just here, that would be amazing to see. So over the past couple of days, I've been talking about that $47,400 level, which was the tops of these wicks just here. But really, if you're broadening that range a little bit more to actually fit in this previous price action where we've previously found massive support, then that is ranging from more like around 46.9K up towards that 47.4K level. So really, for as long as the price is still in that $47,000 range and perhaps even that really high $46,000 range, then we're still looking pretty good here in the short term. We haven't really confirmed any major move to the downside. Obviously, a move to the downside will only be confirmed if we start losing some of these significant support levels just here. And in that case, bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool, an immediate level that I would be paying attention to is the 38.2% Fibonacci level coming in at around $46,500. Anything lower than that, and I will be shifting my focus right into the golden pocket just here, the 61.8% Fibonacci level, starting at around 45.3K approximately. And obviously, we've also got all of these other moving averages here to help support the Bitcoin price to the upside. So by the way, what we've got here is the 50-day simple moving average, the 50-day exponential moving average, and the 200-day simple moving average. And they're all coming in between around $45,500 up towards around 46.2K. But obviously they're still trending slightly to the upside. So if we take a little bit longer to get down towards those levels, then obviously these moving averages will be at a different price in the future. And here's one of the reasons why the crypto market has been looking a little bit more bearish over the last 1 to 2 weeks. That is because the stock market has also been looking bearish over the last 1 to 2 weeks. So this is the S&P 500 index. And right now we're getting very close to some important supports right here. This yellow line, by the way, is the 50-day exponential moving average, and right now it's coming in at around 4,430, and you can clearly see the S&P 500 has recently found huge amounts of support along that exact moving average, and right now we are testing it yet again. So if the S&P 500 starts seeing a bounce to the upside here over the next 1 to 2 weeks, then that would honestly help Bitcoin see a further bounce to the upside over the next couple of weeks as well. But while the stock market is looking bearish, it's actually less likely for Bitcoin to be overly bullish. It is more likely for Bitcoin to be bearish when the stock market's bearish, because it all comes down to investor confidence. On a bearish stock market just here, then investors all round are just less confident than normal, which means that those investors are less confident to potentially speculate on those higher risk assets such as Bitcoin, for example. But if the stock market sees a major break to the downside here and really starts a lot more bearish price action, then that will not be good for Bitcoin and crypto altogether. So I'm actually keeping a close eye on what's happening in the stock market right now. And of course, I'll be keeping you guys updated every day here on the channel and in real time updates over on my Twitter. The link to my Twitter is in the description down below. And also, while we're talking about my Twitter, I've already sent this tweet out, obviously, saying that there's actually a scammer trying to impersonate my Twitter profile. So first things first, I only have one social media, and that is my Twitter, and that is the Twitter that is linked in the description down below. Any other social media account that you see at the moment, other than this YouTube channel and other than the Twitter linked in the description, even if it looks like my account, it is not my account if it's not linked in the description. So as I said in the bottom of this tweet just here, if you ever get a message from me first, so if you just receive a message from me out of the blue, that should automatically be a red flag. And then I mentioned here, especially if the account is asking for money or asking to trade with your money, then it's definitely a scammer. So please be careful of all of the scams out there. As you can see, we've actually got a lot more buy orders to the downside than sell orders to the upside. This was not the case over the last few days. We were seeing pretty even sell orders to buy orders, but right now, obviously, there's a lot more people wanting to buy Bitcoin if we dip a little bit lower compared to people that want to sell Bitcoin if we pump a little bit higher. And of course, we still have that major buy wall at around $46,000 per Bitcoin. So for the beginners out there, that just means there's a lot of support coming in at around 46,000. And as for resistance to the upside, we have a little bit of of resistance spiking to the upside at around 48.2k, 48.3k, in around that area just there. But really, there's no major sell wall that we've got to the upside. And I'll just quickly hide my face cam here so you can see exactly what's happening behind me. And yeah, once again, you can clearly see there's a lot more buy orders to the downside than sell orders to the upside, which means there's a lot of buying demand for Bitcoin. But anyway, that's just about everything I have to say for this video. I hope you all enjoyed the video and I hope you got something valuable out of this video. And if you did, be sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on so that you're not missing out on any of these future videos. I honestly do appreciate all of your support on the channel at the moment. I can't thank you guys enough. We're already starting to get a little bit closer towards 70,000, and with all of you sharing these videos around, that actually helps the channel grow even more. And obviously, the more this channel grows, the larger audience I can actually educate on all of this important information. But anyway, that's just about everything I have to say for this video. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.